And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked.
Here, there's a swing, and there's a high drive to left by Matos. Way back there. It's gone.
There, Cannon. Chapman to deep left field. It is gone. Halfway up the bleachers. Down the line. It will. It is out of there. Encarnacion, first pitch swinging. Deep right center. First pitch of the 10th, and it's a two-run homer.
It's time for the Humm Baby Baseball Postgame Show. Brought to you by our friends at Corona Accounting Solutions. Do you need help getting your books together? Are you scared of tax time? Don't worry, the staff at Corona Accounting Solutions can help. Visit us at coronapdx.com and schedule a consult today. Corona Accounting Solutions. We take the fear out of finances.
Fitzgerald drives that one to center field, sending Doyle back at the wall. Go!
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Humm Baby Baseball Post-Game Show. And the Giants lose the game. And what it really boils down to is if you can't score runs, you can't win baseball games. And it's one thing, to have a tough game here and there, but this is starting to become a pattern. And it's not like the Giants are facing some of the best, Nolan DeGrom on a great day or something like that, or we're getting Cy Young Award winners. Chris Bubich, he's having a great season. But I'm just saying, you gotta figure out. And I like the guy, went to Stanford and everything, but we got to be able to score runs. And the Giants are not only not scoring runs, they were almost no hit. I had to put out the no hit alert to try and jinx it because they were just going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the only way they got a hit was from one that didn't even look like a hit. And I thought it wasn't going to be a hit, but they changed it to a hit. So Giants eventually got a hit. And then when you finally start putting runners in scoring position and start to threaten a little bit, couldn't really get the big hit. And then, to make matters worse, who do they bring in? I just don't really get this move. Jordan Hicks apparently is back in the bullpen, but you use him at a 6.6 ERA this year. They decide to use him in one of the most critical situations in a game. I was just saying, like a strange time to give Hicks a shot to try to get comfortable in the bullpen again. And sure enough, he couldn't throw a strike, and when he did throw a strike, it got hit hard. And essentially, we got beat at everything today.
So I'll just sum it up this way as fast as I can. That is the most humiliating game in the last 10 years I've been involved with. We got beat at every single part of this. Everything. Infield play, two-out hitting, everything. Totally stupid.
So definitely not the way we wanted to start out this series. Luckily, the Giants are coming off a sweep. Giants still got a good record. I'm not going to go as far to call them trash and everything when they got one of the better records in all of baseball. I can't go that far. As a team, they're not trash. We've got great pitching with the best ERA in the bullpen, the best bullpen ERA in baseball, and the starters have been limiting runs almost every single night, going back to before the A series. The bullpen and the starting pitching has been really solid this entire season. Other than Hicks, really. Other than Hicks and a couple of other exceptions, the pitching has been pretty good. It's the offense. Other than, okay, kind of will break through once in a while, but lots of games where we'd score one run. Remember the series against the Twins? One run, one run. Against the Diamondbacks, one run. And then we'd break through with 10 one game. It's like, oh, we're back. Next day, one run. Same thing as the A's. One game we'll score 9, and the next day, one run. It's just weird. Like, the offense just needs to click and get going. I don't know what the secret formula is to make that happen, but it ain't happening. But I want to say welcome to the chat to AM Echo Sky. Where the Giants offense? DFA Hicks. Speaking of DFA, there's the super chat. I was right ready to read it. Tommy Ugsley, DFA Hicks immediately. Bullpen and offense sucks. Well, bullpen has been pretty good this year. I'm not going to mess with the bullpen too much, but definitely Hicks came out of the bullpen today and did not look good whatsoever. Nah, they trash, bruh. I mean, I get that we always want to use the terminology like, trash. But it's like there's nothing between awesome and trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, if you want to say mediocre at best, you might want to make an argument, but trash? I can't go that far. But let's check out the standings. I mean, a trash team's not going to have a 28-20 record. It's prefer a better record, but it's still 28-20, 1.5 games back, 583 win-loss percentage, which is better than, well, now that it's not as good as the Mariners, and Yankees have both, but up until this loss, nobody in the American League but the Tigers had a better win-loss percentage than the Giants. But now the Mariners and Yankees, slightly better, pretty much the same, but slightly better. Technically. And you got some teams like the Phillies and Mets are playing great baseball, especially the Phillies. They're hot. Cubs are playing good baseball. They got the exact same record now as the Giants. So, trash? No. Could they be overrated? Could they have played above themselves to start the year? I hope not, but that's possible. The offense has to step it up. Otherwise, this record's only going to get worse from here. So I will agree with that. I'm not going to call them trash. Trash is the Colorado Rockies. Trash is the Pittsburgh Pirates. Trash is the Miami Marlins. And I no disrespect to those fan bases, but I think they would agree. Trash is the Chicago White Sox. Even the Baltimore Orioles. What the hell happened to them? Holy Moses, Baltimore. 2-run bomb is the last thing we asked for. The stupid child, again, the pitcher. Let's go back a little bit and get this super chat here. It's Wolf 3100. Thank Flores for destroying the no-hitter. Absolutely. Pitt State Gorillas. Hey, your baseball team is in I don't know if you know, but probably because you're Pitt State Gorillas fans, but y'all are in the Division II tournament right now, and I'm rooting for y'all. I'm rooting for Pitt State. I actually follow college baseball. You wouldn't know it. I don't talk a whole lot of college baseball, but I do follow it, and I watch a lot of college baseball games. It's kind of hard because I'm watching Giants, obviously, and going to minor league games, but I'm a baseball freak. I mean, let's just be honest. They have no identity. Louis V. Trash streets of Oakland. Trash is the streets of Oakland. Trade for Wander Franco. What's going on with Wander Franco? What's the status on his case? Is he just is he in jail or is he on bail? What's going on? I'm a Royals fan, so I feel your offensive woes pain. Oh man, Corey Wilson. And yeah, I'm telling you, man, you guys do have a superstar, though, by the name of Witt Jr., and he did have a couple, or actually had one hit today, nice double. But Bobby Witt Jr. is a beast, and he is a great player. As for the Giants, I mean, we'll recap the game, but not much to offer. Started to get hits later in the game, but couldn't get the big hit. He had one good hit, one RBI hit by Jung-Hoo Lee today. Jung-Hoo Lee is the only one who was able to hit get a base hit and bring in a run today. But the pitcher today was absolutely phenomenal. Robbie Ray, this is his first start of the year. The Giants couldn't even get him the win. He has gotten some run support this year, but not today. Tyler Rogers gave up a couple runs today. So, and I mean, Tyler Rogers, and then Jordan Hicks, of course, was not good at all. So the bullpen did blow this one, you could say, but I really don't blame the bullpen. Bottom line is the Giants needed to score 3 runs to keep this game going, and they couldn't do it. And it was a 0-0 for the longest time. The game was just flying by until the 8th inning, and that was when Rogers came in. I don't like these pitching changes these days. Like, this is just the game that we're in. You know, it's a bullpen game. I mean, not a bullpen game, but the game today is not, starters are not expected to go the distance anymore. That's kind of sad. Even when I started watching, starters, more or less, they were expected to go the distance. They wouldn't usually do it, but they were expected to. And then if they would run into trouble, the bullpen was there. Before my time, of course, some of y'all older people remember, not only were you expected to go the distance, if you didn't, it was an epic fail. Like, you were supposed to go the distance. Not anymore. You throw 7 scoreless, we go to the bullpen, and sure enough, a double from India, and then it was a bomb from Vinny Pasquantino to put the Royals up 2-0. At that point in time, the game felt like it might just be a wrap. But the Giants came back with a base hit from Sam Huff, a base hit from Ramos, and then into pitch came John Schreiber, and it was a hit from Jung-Hoo Lee, like I said, 2-1 at that point. But then in the 9th, Jordan Hicks gives up a base hit to Garcia, a sac bunt. Massey crushed it, but it was caught. Then he walks Renfroe and then gives up the critical hit to Kyle Isbell, making it 3-1. Giants could not come back in the bottom of the 9th. They had a chance. Wade actually got a base hit, but Mike Yastrzemski strikes out swinging. Now, if only we were playing the A's, they might have walked Mike Yastrzemski to face Huff, and then Huff would have come through, but that was not the case. Eric, you see my last post? I had to come here because they were getting bad at NorCal. The umpire didn't help Hicks out. No. Well, umpires usually don't. Eric, you do what I ask, yet, all cap. Oh, even Corona coming seriously, another bullpen blow up. Dang, man, Corona Accounting Solutions is here. The sponsor, you see it right there in the upper corner. CoronaPDX.com. They're going to take good care of you. Eric, you do what I ask, yet. With all caps. Eric, you do what I ask, yet. What did you ask? What are you talking? Eric, you seeing how garbage Adames and Chapman hitting for these big contracts? They do have big contracts. At least Chapman, well, normally he's made a few uncharacteristic errors this year, but typically he's going to be elite defensively. Adames is solid defensively as well, but you're right. Chapman hitting 216. Adames hitting a clean. Chapman's hitting 216. Adames hitting 219. He does have 5 bombs now, so the home runs are starting to come. But he's not hitting 30. Anyone who thought he was going to hit 30, you might as well forget that. He's not hitting 30. He'll be lucky to hit 20 this year. I don't think he's going to hit 20. I'm going to say 17, 18. Brandon Belt home run season for Adames. Look at that on-base percentage, 302. That's a terrible on-base percentage. That should be a batting average, not a freaking on-base percentage. And yeah, what can you say? Matos goes 0 for 3. He's only hitting 154. We love Matos, but he's not hitting. Why did we DFA VR? Anyway, we could have just sent him back to AAA, no? Giants DFA VR when we got other guys hitting 150, 172. VR's got to be pissed. You know VR. VR is complaining and like, dude, they barely gave me any at-bats and they DFA me again. While they got guys hitting 100 who have been here all year long in the big leagues. 2-run bomb is the last thing we needed, Wolf. You do what I ask, yet. I'm scared the Rockies will finish above us. Oh, Micah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I did my workout while I listened to the game. It was pretty strenuous. Fair enough. Trash is Skid Row. Eric, I haven't seen PK Man in months. He's on the run. Do not trade for Wander. We're not getting Wander. Don't even worry about that. Giants are one of the last teams to sign a super controversial figure, but Wander, he's not playing anywhere until that case is resolved, and he would have to get off the hook, which is not looking too likely. Melvin, blow the game. Seriously, another bullpen. I'm way back in time. I apologize. The Giants, what's up, Paul? Giants are like a tombstone. Either they hit early or they hit late, but nothing in the dash between the two. 100%. 100%. Thank you again. We got a 199 King Clutch Flores for the new name addition. Wolf 3100. Encarnacion. Is he hurt again? He's supposed to be on rehab with the AAA Sacramento River Cats. Let's see. Yeah, there he is. Gerard Encarnacion, rehab assignment. Yeah, he's on rehab. Wade Meckler's injured. What Meckler can't stay healthy? Grant McCray, Marco Luciano. We should check the stats. I haven't checked up on the stats for a little bit of these guys in AAA. Oh, we got Devin Mann. When did we get Devin Mann? When did we sign Devin Mann? That's my guy, dude. That must have been just recently, because we must have just recently signed him. 6 days ago? He used to be with the Dodgers, and then he went with the Royals. And he's been a free agent, and yeah, he's a nice guy. I know Devin. Devin's a cool guy, man. I was rooting for him hard, but he never really made it. So I didn't know he was with the Giants. Yeah. I haven't seen PK Man in months. Go back to Milwaukee. Adames. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't make it. You still put Skittles flavor in. Oh yeah, I need to buy more though. I've run out. Today I got a Gatorade Zero. I don't really like the Zero. But it's a lot of calories when you drink a real Gatorade. I can drink the Zero Gatorade. I can drink the Skittles water. I can't drink a diet soda. Ugh, disgusting. Eric, what's up with the Purple Crown? I don't know. That's a new thing. What is up with the Purple Crown? Coke Zero is definitely better than Diet Coke. It's kind of in between. Wander? Might as well sign Bauer, Julio Urias. Wander? Come on, dude. No, we ain't signing Wander. If nobody will sign, like teams are now super scared, and I don't really know why. Now I wouldn't sign Wander either. Don't get that twisted, but I wouldn't be like teams are like so worried about PR. But like if somebody's, you can sign someone a little controversial, and you'll deal with it for a couple of days, and people will forget. People will move on. I'm not talking about Wander, but like if somebody wanted to sign any of these controversial figures, news comes and news goes, and people will forget. Melvin the Mummy needs to be fired if we miss the playoffs. The Purple Crown is annoying. Going to make me go Christian Bale. I have to go. AM Echo. Thank you for jumping in. Have a good night, Eric, and all my fellow Giants fans and all you good people in the chat. As always, go Gigantes. They gave the game away, and the Royals did not even play well. We screwed up by not even trying. Did you finish the movie yet? And I will like a full review on Eric's House. No, I haven't finished it yet. Making my way through it. It's pretty good. I came over here because NorCal was so negative and crapping so much on Adames, Chapman, and Hicks. Come on, my head hurts from that. Nice to see you. Thank you, Cole Dunstan. Why is Bauer trying to get back on the eligible list after being blackballed? He was comparing himself to Pete Rose or Shoeless Joe. He's not on an ineligible list. He's completely eligible. Anybody can sign Bauer. Nobody wants to. And I kind of get why. And he's got his fan base that freaking love him. He got a fan base. If you say something bad about Bauer, they will jump all over you. But the reality is, Bauer is very much a controversial figure. He seeks attention, and he's always doing something to get eyeballs on him. And teams just ain't interested in that. You know, they want you to lay low. They don't want you vlogging every single game. They don't want you doing weird stuff, experimenting to try to, they don't want you to, they don't just shut the F up and pitch. That's all teams want. That's all teams want. Huge difference. Tax returns. Thank you so much. Love and respect the channel. And thank you for sponsoring this stream. It helps out a ton. Fat loser in the chat. Yeah, fat loser. What were we talking about again? AAA team. I didn't know we signed Devin Mann. I'm super excited about that. That was, I thought I just checked on him like a week ago, and he was still a free agent, because I was like, damn, Giants should sign him. He's a good player. So that's cool. Super excited about that. But let's check out how the David VR DFA didn't even make sense. We had room for him on the roster. It's just, I don't get that. Giants haven't really been doing that this year. We haven't been just DFAing and people like Gray, but that didn't make sense. He tore it up in AAA, earned a call-up, and give him a handful of at-bats and then DFA him. Like, what are we doing? Jake Lamb, we signed in the offseason. He was supposed to compete for a spot on the roster, didn't make it, got sent to AAA. He's hitting .228 with 1 home run. Yeah, it's a wrap for Jake Lamb. He won't make it through the season. Hate to break it to him. Reggie Crawford, draft pick. I didn't totally agree with this draft pick. He's hurt, injured, 60-day IL, not playing. Hunter Bishop, another first-round pick out of Arizona State, hitting .214 with 4 bombs. Don't know if we're going to see him. Marco Luciano, though, the pride and joy of the River Cats. Nope, not really. Hitting .220. What's with these batting averages? 7 home runs, though. .220. Is that just modern baseball? Am I just old school and I'm just like, it's 220? Dude, I wonder if young kids look at a batting average and be like, well, boy's hitting 237, man. Call him up. Is it changed and I just need to get with the times? Is 220 and 230 batting averages okay nowadays? Because back in my day, 220, 230, you stink. I bet Brett Wisely's doing better than that. Not really. 234. Jiminy Christmas. I'm done checking on these guys. Holy smokes. Robert and losing the divisional series. Farhan, crappy prospects. I got Wade. He's coming back. Bring up Dakota. Now, Dakota Jordan's tearing it up. We got some guys in the lower minor leagues tearing it up. Eric, I miss Steven Ortega. He'll be back. He'll be back. Find the draft day clip. I love that movie with Kevin Costner telling Vontae Mack to stop tweeting. They should play it for Bauer. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, I'm telling you. People go, well, he was proven innocent. First of all, he wasn't proven innocent. Nobody's really proven innocent. He didn't go to trial. They decided not to charge him, so that's even better. I get that. That's not the problem. The problem is a whole list of things. And it was from day one when he was at the Diamondbacks doing his weird, funky warm-ups in the bullpen, make sure the cameras were on him so everyone can see him. Then he would warm up and he'd sprint for that last, like nobody does that. He'd sprint and throw that last one as hard as he could. Like, again, attention. People thought, hey, this guy's kind of weird. This guy's a little bit, I can't think of the word, but, a little bit different, a little strange. But then through the years, he would just get into controversy after controversy after controversy. Even before signing the contract with the Dodgers, he was controversial. Then sexual assault charges, 3 women, all that. It's like, oh, fuck. No. Teams are like, I'm out. I'm out. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, guilty, not guilty. Like, you've already were a risky signing. And now, and then he goes to Mexico and Japan and makes videos screaming, cussing, vlogging, acting crazy. It's just like, nobody's going to sign him. He's done. And now he's in his mid-30s. So, hate to tell y'all, Super Bauer fans, he ain't playing in the big leagues ever. It's over. It's over. It's a wrap. Eric, all these people jumping ship. One thing I can guarantee is I will never jump ship from Eric. Don't ever be so sure, because one of these days I might lose it on you. And you might be like, F you, bro. You ain't going to talk to me like that, mother effer. And I might just, because you just never know. Generation X. PR is public relations. Yeah, the thing about it is, I guess I'm Generation X. I'm probably the best generation. I mean, it literally, and everybody probably thinks they're the best generation. But would you want to be born and grow up with TikTok and all that stuff? I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to grow up in that era. But I also wouldn't want to grow up with nothing. I wouldn't want to grow up milking cows every day either. I want to grow up with video games, but we're also going out to play, and we're also playing sports, but we also got TV and movies, and we had everything, right? 80s and 90s, we had everything. But now it's pure tech. Now we got tablets everywhere. Now we got tablets and phones and everywhere. Even me, right? Everywhere I go live. I can, we got the phones. So it's convenient, but I wouldn't want to grow up in it. You can curse me out and say names, but I will forever stay. Well, we'll find out about that. Eric, you will make a full review on Eric's house, right? When I finish the movie, I will do a review. Eric is a candlestick kid. Yes, I love TikTok. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. That thing, some of these things get so popular. Remember that week when the Pokemon was popular? I didn't do it. I never did. I never downloaded the app. Everyone was out there looking for Pokemons, even people who don't know what Pokemon is, that thinking game where you find them on the app. I'd be hanging out with my buddy, a 50-year-old dude, going to play golf. He's like, hey, well, pull over. Got Pokemon over here. I'm like, bro, what? Oh, man. I'm good on TikTok. I mean, I must make shorts, YouTube shorts. Yeah, sure, I could put YouTube shorts and I could throw them on TikTok, but I don't know. I haven't made that move yet. 61. Adamas has been awful. All right, yeah, let's stick to baseball. We're coming up on 30 minutes. Player of the game today is going to be Robbie Ray, throwing 7 scoreless innings. Gave up just 6 hits, 7 strikeouts. He is going to probably be an all-star this year. I don't know for sure, but the way he's pitched this year, he deserves it. Tyler Rogers pitched well, but not today. Jordan Hicks has not pitched well, and not today either. And the offense was completely non-existent today. A couple of nice hits. Jung-Hoo Lee had a nice hit, but at the end of the day, the offense completely sucked, and going to need to step it up. So 3-1 the final today. Robbie Ray is your player of the game. The drive of the game is going to be the Jung-Hoo Lee hit. Giants had only 2 doubles, Schmidt and Lee. No home runs today. No home runs. Giants aren't hitting a whole ton of home runs. And I think offensively, we've been lacking. We're tied for 14. We've got 50 bombs on the season. The Athletics, they don't even put Sacramento here. How dumb is that? The Athletics have more home runs than the Giants have. The Dodgers, of course, have 80. Batting average, Giants are 22nd. We're hitting 236 as a freaking 236 as a team, y'all. 236 as a team. To put that in perspective, in 1984, when the Giants lost like 100 games, we had a 265 team batting average. The worst team in 1984 had a 244 team batting average. Okay? Batting averages suck in 2020. Look at this 216 by the White Sox and Pirates, 217. This is awful. We're hitting 236. Back in my day, you hit 236, you get cut. You get sent to AAA. You stink. Nobody hits 236. Holy Moses. So Giants definitely got to step up the offense. Hits, we're 21st. Runs, somehow we're 10th. I feel like that's not going to keep up. You know why we're 10th? You know why we have so many runs and why we have so many RBIs and 10th in RBIs? Anybody want to know why? One person is responsible for the Giants being decent in runs and RBIs. One person, Eric Rakestraw. Yes. That's the only reason. 100 years of back in my dad, even Eric. What? What are we talking about, man? I'm out, man. The Mendoza line is shifting. I mean, what's up, Haley Katz? Hi, everyone. Glad I went to yesterday's game instead. Oh, you picked the right game. Birdsong tomorrow. British invasion this year. Paul, my fiance, 64. Tommy for Fairly New Physio. Levi sucks. Levi sucks. I haven't been there. Believe it or not. I've never been to Levi Stadium. I don't go to NFL games. I've been to some college football, but I've never been to. I don't think I've been to a NFL game. A gun? I don't even own a gun, let alone many guns that would necessitate an entire rack. What am I going to do with a gun rack? 3-1 the final today, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. If the offense does not pick it up, and they will, they're going to score like 10 runs. But then, if the Giants come win 10-1 tomorrow, I'll be excited. We'll clap. But I'm also going to say, y'all need to be more consistent. I'd rather you score 6 runs a night than 10 and then 1 and then 0 and then 1 and then 10. We need consistency with the offense. Start scoring runs. All you needed was 3 runs today to keep the game going, 4 runs to win this game. We couldn't manage it. Tomorrow is going to be Michael Lorenzen. Great hitter, but he's a full-time pitcher now. And he will be facing Hayden Birdsong. Welcome to the rotation where you belong. The weird thing is we chose to use Hicks in a critical moment. I would have used Hicks in a garbage moment just to get back in the flow of the bullpen. But Hayden Birdsong will be pitching tomorrow, and this is going to be a fun matchup. Game is going to be at the same time, 6:45 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Mod sucks. Fire the mummy. Where the fuss the mods? Was there some spam going on? Tommy Hugsley spamming. Why are we spamming? Logan, you used to have a different name, right? Something that was funny. It was like ass or something. Like I can't remember what your original was. That you, right? You used to have a different name. I would just read it like nothing. And then something happened with the mod situation, and I had to take away the mod, and you changed it, made a new account, and it was Logan. Am I tripping on that? Yes, huge asshole. Huge asshole. Yes, I remember. I would just read it. I would be like, huge asshole with I would just read it like nothing. And then an imposter copied the name. We had all kind of problems, all kind of a weird situation there. That was been 3 or 4 years now. Yeah, huge asshole. And people will be like, dude, the dude just reads it. Like, yeah, I just read it. Huge asshole in the chat. Welcome in. I've only been to one Raiders preseason game. Yeah, I mean, NFL games so expensive, and I just don't. I've gone to some college games. Huge difference. Huge difference. At college, you get a lot of excitement and huge stadiums. Usually a little bit cheaper to get in the game, though. Yeah, as opposed to NFL. All right, y'all have a great day. Thank you for being here today for the post-game show. I appreciate the super chats. We had a few of them. They help out a ton. I appreciate the sponsorships and everybody being here. I just ran 6 miles with sprints. I got to take a shower, okay? And the stupid child says that he hates college football. It's all about college baseball, dude. College baseball. D2. I like D2. Last I checked, yeah, Pittsburgh State, you can see they're in it. They're going to be playing Central Missouri. Angelo State, that's my guys too. I got some buddies there from Angelo State. They're going to be taking UT Tyler. Tampa's pretty much the cream of the crop in Division II baseball. They're going to be taking on West Florida, and Seton Hill's going to be taking Estro. So that's the matchups for Division II. Oh, a few more here. Felician, F.R. Price, Catawba, Lenore Rhine, Northwest Nazarene, CSUMB, Northwood, and UIndy. Best of luck to all these teams. I'll be following the tournament. Other than that, Giants get back at it tomorrow. Vanderbilt's D1. Let's see. Vanderbilt's going to be in the tournament. The D1 still got to play their individual tournaments before we figure out who's going to be in the actual 64-team tournament. So we can look at the D1 rankings. I haven't actually checked on it lately. LSU, of course, number 1. Texas just whooped Oklahoma the other day. They just got a great team. Jalen Flores is on that team. He's going to be drafted soon. Yeah, Texas is absolutely freaking stacked with prospects and good players. They got a pitcher named Luke Harrison. He's sick. Casey Borba, a good power hitter. Adrian Rodriguez. They got a reliever named Thomas Burns. He's a beast. North Carolina, obviously. Oregon, stacked. Arkansas, stacked. Florida State. Oregon State has a bunch of big prospects that are going to be drafted this year. So we'll definitely. Immaculate Grid, a quickie. D-backs 1. I can't take aluminum bats. Back when SNL was funny. There are, you could watch Arizona Junior College actually use wood bats. They actually use wood bats. Because when I was in Arizona last year, I went to a couple of junior college games. I didn't know till I got there, and I just noticed something right away. I was like, damn, the sound of that's a freaking wood bat. And I thought it was just the hitter. Then I realized everybody's using wood bats, and that's what they do in junior college there. Okay, Immaculate Grid. A's Red Sox, Jose Canseco. A's Rockies. Let's go with, shall we go with A's Rockies. A's Rockies. Jason Giambi. Jason Giambi! A's and a catcher, Terry Steinbach. 13%, Terry Steinbach. Bay Area, dude, I know my A's. The thing about the A's is I'm always going to remember them as a Bay Area team. There's going to come a day where only old people will remember them in Oakland. Just like old people remember them in Philadelphia or Kansas City. I was born, they were already in Oakland. Someday I'm going to be like, I remember when they was in Oakland. People are like, oh, damn, you remember them in Oakland? Ray Fosse, rest in peace. Shea Langeliers for catcher. Should the Giants draft in the first round? They got, I think, the 13th pick again. 300 batting average for the Red Sox. Well, Ted Williams is going to win that one easy. And I'm going to put him. Ted Williams. Oh, 15%. Damn. What are people putting? Big Papi? Rockies. Okay, what's homeboy plays first base? We're going with the goatee. Todd Helton. Todd Helton. 22%. Catcher who hit 300. We got, of course, too many options. Let's go with our man, the freaking president of baseball operations, Buster Posey. 10% only. 30-plus bombs. Red Sox. Maybe Dave Henderson. Big Papi, of course. Manny Ramirez. Let's go Manny. 12%. Rockies, Dante Bichette. Do you think did he not hit 30 home runs? Oh, surely he did. Yeah, I was going to say, dude, if Dante Bichette didn't hit 30 home runs with the Rockies, then and a catcher with 30 bombs, you guys are nailing them. I'm just got Charlie Blackmon. Eric, we think we need a catcher who can hit. How is Ted Williams like in person? I don't know. That's a good question. I didn't know him. 30-plus homers, catcher. Yogi Berra. The obvious one is like Ivan Rodriguez or Pudge Rodriguez, or of course the Dodgers. Mike Piazza. Couldn't think of his name. Let's go Piazza. Why not? We got it. Boom. That was a relatively easy one. Let's see the popular answers. Johnny Damon before Canseco? What's going on? Jason Giambi, A's Rockies. Shea Langeliers. I went with Terry Steinbach, 13%. People are, thinking of Shea Langeliers. Oh, he got 13 as well. Ted Williams, of course. Todd Helton, of course. Joe Mauer. Who did I put? I put Posey. Then went with Joe Mauer. David Ortiz. I went with Manny. Larry Walker. I went with Bichette. And Mike Piazza. Not too shabby. There you go. I said I would do it, and I did it. Can you play Anger College Baseball Manager again? You want the Angry College Baseball Manager again? Okay. All right. Request is a request.
So I'll just sum it up this way as fast as I can. That is the most humiliating game in the last 10 years I've been involved with. We got beat at every single part of this. Everything. Infield play, two-out hitting, everything. Totally stupid.
I got my top 50 prospects, Logan, already written out. I have my top 50. A catcher who the Giants could target would be Luke Stevenson out of North Carolina. I would be totally happy with that. There's a guy named JoJo Parker, high school kid, beast, shortstop. That would be cool. Xavier Nayans is a third baseman, high school. A lot of high school talent around 13. But yeah, and there's Jace Laviolette out of Texas A&M. That would be if Giants could snag him at 13. Woo! But Luke Stevenson, you want a catcher? Luke Stevenson out of North Carolina. I've been doing my normal scouting and stuff. I just haven't put up videos, and I've been kind of slacking on putting up the content. But I need to start putting it up to start preparing for the draft so we get more people when I do the live stream. But this guy here, Luke Stevenson, like, I don't know. Like, I make my list. I didn't even look at MLB's list. So I don't know where he's at on MLB's list. Let's see. But he's got good power, good hand-eye coordination. His batting average is not like off the charts this year. Yeah, it's 271. But he's got an OPS over 1,000, 16 home runs, and just 181 at bats. I don't think, I think as in the big, I think this guy's going to be about a 250 hitter, but he ain't, but I think he'll be a big time power hitter. A little bit of maybe a little risk because I don't know, maybe I don't think the Giants are going to do it after the Bart situation because he could be another Joey Bart, but at least he wouldn't be the second overall pick. Eric, why doing UB scout as job too? I am a scout. I just don't get paid for it. La Violette, yeah. Who's this Texas college baseball guy name? That's the old college. I can't remember his name. He passed away, I think. What was his name? He was a college coach for years. I can't find his name offhand. But yeah. Oh, Augie. There he is. Augie. Yeah. Yeah. Augie Garrido. He's right here. Here's his Wikipedia. He was a coach in the for Texas from 97 to 2016. He passed away in 2018. All right. No offense, but didn't you say you saw Ted Williamson in person playing? Ted Williams retired a long time before I did. Ted Williams' son, I don't know who that is. So can't really help you with that. But I would have never said I've seen Ted Williams play in person because I don't look old enough to have seen him play in person. All right, y'all, have a great day. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe. I want to put the lights back to orange. Actually, it's red. Tomorrow, okay? When the Giants lose, I don't have the red. We put it in the team that they lost to. Just if you never noticed that. Here we got the kind of the green. This is like the purple when we lose to the Rockies. This is the different shade of blue. We lose to the Rays. This is the white. We lose to the White Sox. And there's the orange for when the Giants win. But today, there's more green. That's for the A's beat us. And today is the blue for the Royals. Mexican. Have a wonderful day. I did see Mays play in an old timers game. We got a gifty. We got a gifty. I didn't expect that. The gifty goes to the one and only Alex Radford. I got to the part. Okay, so they escaped. They went to Homeboy's house. They left Homeboy's house. They whacked Homeboy. He was pissed. And they were driving off. And I don't really remember where they went. They went somewhere. Oh, and then the cop guy showed up. He called him what he said he was supposed to call him. Said, "You're a fascist pig." They picked him up. And now they're taking him and they dropped him off. And they said, "You guys are Fuji's now. And you guys are Fuji's and they're getting off the truck now." That's where I left off. Yeah, I'm pushing 50. I'm not 50 yet, but I'm almost. But yeah. I'm out of here. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe. You know exactly what to do. I appreciate all the support. And we'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace out.
Here, there's a swing, and there's a high drive to left by Matos. Way back there. It's gone.
There, Cannon. Chapman to deep left field. It is gone halfway up the bleachers. Down the line. It will. It is out of here. Encarnacion, first pitch swinging. Deep right center. First pitch of the 10th, and it's a 2-run homer.
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win. And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out. Because it matters.